yesterday, children, we did about Jalaluddin Khilji. Yes. So let us first revise about Jalaluddin Khilji before we study about Allauddin Khilji today. Okay. So first thing about Jalaluddin Khilji, how was his nature?
Ma'am, he was
He
kind.
was kind and generous.
Okay, he was kind and generous. Okay, how was he killed?
Ma'am,
By his own
By
son
his
and
nephew
son,
Allauddin
Allauddin Khilji.
And what
and
else did
son.
he do? His
Ma'am,
son.
Allauddin blinded or killed his sons and grandsons to
Very
ensure
good.
his throne.
And ma'am,
And
he
he his head and
carried his head through the provinces on a spearhead
to
through
scare
all,
the others.
all
All
to
the
see.
Yes, yes. And what about the Mongol attack? How did he do? What was his achievements? Achievements of Jalaluddin Khilji?
Ma'am, he saved his kingdom.
Yes, he saved his kingdom from the Mongols' attack. That is true. Next, what did he do in the year 1290?
Ma'am,
He
he besought
invaded the
He
peace.
fort
invaded the fort of Ranthambore.
Yes, ma'am.
He
Ranthambore.
invaded the fort of Ranthambore. In the year 1292, what did he do?
Ma'am, he
He
captured
captured
Mandawar from the
Mandawar
Rajput.
from
But
the Rajput.
Okay. And when he came to know that Mongols were planning to attack
Ma'am,
Pandamanda,
he
he
reached the
decided.
banks of the Indus to meet his adversary
and
and to
then what
make
did he do
peace.
after reaching there?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
after
he
he
besought
defeated
peace.
the advanced Mongol forces but besought peace for the fear.
Yes. So the Mongols withdrew their plan of attacking, and they also agreed for having a peaceful treaty, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let's study about Allauddin Khilji. As we all know that Allauddin Khilji was his nephew and also his son-in-law. That means his daughter's husband. And just to take up the throne, he killed Jalaluddin Khilji, and he even blinded his sons and grandson, so that nobody else would be more eligible to become the king after Jalaluddin Khilji, and the throne would be automatically given to him. Not just this, he did not stop here. What else did he do? He took the head of Jalaluddin Khilji and carried it through the entire province, so that the people who are there in this territory, they get
They were
scared of
scared.
him, and
Yes,
nobody
ma'am.
rebels against him for his action. Okay, now let us see Allauddin Khilji. How did he, as a ruler, how did he rule his territory, and what things did he achieve in his entire territory? Alauddin's reign marks the epitome of the Delhi Sultanate rule. During his reign, the Sultanate had expanded to the south due to his conquests and ambition to establish his empire. This is important. During his rule, what had happened? He expanded his territory towards the south while having different conquests. And why did he expand it? Because his main aim was to establish his own empire. This we do not find in Jalaluddin Khilji, right? He always tried or focused on protecting his territory from the attacks of the Mongols and from the attacks of the enemies, but he never expanded his territories, right? Jalaluddin Khilji. But if you will compare Jalaluddin Khilji with Allauddin Khilji, the first thing he did after becoming a king was he started expanding his territories, and he wanted to establish his own empire. Allauddin resisted several Mongol attacks, brought about changes and reforms in policies and administration, as well as the social life of the people. Underline this. He brought changes and reforms in the policies of administration. Okay, the, only that much. Yes, policy reforms in the policies and administration. He not only expanded his territory, he also brought reforms. That means changes in the policies of administration. Unpopular at first for having murdered his uncle, he managed to suppress the nobles initially and later on won over them. Okay, so everybody, all the nobles knew this, right? That he took up the throne by murdering his own uncle. So initially, nobody liked him. No, none of the nobles supported him. But later on, gradually, what did he do? He could win over even the nobles, right? So this is how he had ruled during his reign. Now let's have a quiz. Let's see how much you all have understood about this particular session. The Khilji dynasty was named after a village in Dash,
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right, next. Okay.
Ma'am, true.
Ma'am, let
True.
Sujal answer.
1 minute, children, 1 minute. Let me read, then you all can give answers.
Ma'am, let
Jalaluddin
Sujal
Khilji
answer.
was an elderly man of 70 years when he took over the throne.
Ma'am, this is true.
True.
Sujal is saying that he's not able to answer. So
Next.
can we let him
All,
answer?
but we all are speaking together, no? So he can also
As
speak.
a
with us.
ruler, Jalaluddin was weak since he was unable to strengthen and enlarge his empire.
True.
Ma'am, this is true.
Okay. Next, Jalaluddin was murdered by his nephew and son-in-law.
True.
True.
Very good. Next, the founder of Khilji dynasty was Allauddin Khilji.
False.
Ma'am.
Who was the founder?
Ma'am, it was Jalaluddin Khilji.
Very good. All right, that means you all have understood this concept. Now let's go on to the next session. That is the expansion
And conquests.
and
Of
conquest
Allauddin
of
Khilji.
Allauddin Khilji. Okay. Now, Allauddin was attracted by the wealth in Gujarat, and therefore he sent an expedition in the year 1297. Please underline this.
Ma'am, like Muhammad Ghori.
Allauddin was attracted, underline this, please everyone, attracted by the wealth in Gujarat. And therefore, he sent an expedition in the year 1297. The expedition was led by Ulugh Khan, who plundered Gujarat by destroying the Somnath temple. They returned to Delhi in the year 1299 and on their way also conquered Jaisalmer. Okay.
Jaisalmer.
Jaisalmer.
It was in Gujarat that he managed to find Malik Kafur, a enriched slave who served him as well as the general of his army. All right. So these are all the ways. Now, see, in this particular paragraph, we will learn what all measures did Allauddin Khilji take to expand his territory. So the first thing was, as we all know, that he was attracted to the wealth of Gujarat. Now we come across this name, Ulugh Khan. We had studied about this name in the previous paragraph also. Do you remember? Where did we came across this name? Who was he? Ulugh Khan. Who was he? Ulugh Khan? Anybody?
He settled in India.
Yes, he remained in India. But who was he basically? How was he related to Genghis Khan?
Ma'am, he is the descendant of Genghis.
Excellent.
Genghis
He
Khan.
is the descendant of Genghis Khan. Okay. So do remember, we are coming across this name for the second time. Okay.
Yes.
Now, then what did he do after that? He returned to Delhi in the year 1299, and on the way, he even conquered Jaisalmer. Okay. And then what did he do? See, just underline. Destroyed, plundered Gujarat by destroying Somnath temple. Underline this. Plundered Gujarat by destroying Somnath temple. Underline, conquered Jaisalmer. Then underline, That only that much, yeah. Then underline, he don't underline this. He was in Gujarat and he managed to find Malik Kufur. Who was he? He was a slave who had served him as his general, as the general of his army. Another expedition was sent to Multan, okay, where they faced resistance from Akra Ali Khan, okay, the successor of the deceased Sultan. With this defeat, Multan was assimilated into the Delhi Sultanate. So next, after conquering Jaisalmer, what was his next step? He sent an expedition to Multan.
Multan.
Yes, and then gradually, after the defeat, he included Multan into the Delhi Sultanate. Underline this. Another expedition was sent to Multan. Well, that's it. And then underline this. Multan was then even Multan was included into Delhi Sultanate after the defeat. All right. Now, what was his next target to expand his territory? Let's see that. The next was the fall of Ranthambore. The ruler Rana Hamir Deva had helped the Mongol rebels. Hence, Allauddin had sent Ulugh Khan and Nusrat Khan to attack and secure the fort. During the siege of the fort, Nusrat was killed and hence the plan was abandoned. Later on in the year 1301, Allauddin captured the fort himself. So next target was to achieve was to
Ranthambore.
please underline this. Next was to fall for the fort of Ranthambore. Now there were two persons who were involved in this attack. It was on one side, Allauddin had sent Ulugh Khan and Nusrat Khan, these two people, to go and attack the fort and capture the fort. But what had happened in
Nusrat
this?
was killed.
Nusrat was
Nusrat Khan
killed.
died.
Got killed. Okay, in the attempt of attacking them and conquering the other fort, Nusrat Khan got killed. So later on, Allauddin did not give up, although Nusrat Khan died. Later on, Allauddin, he himself went and captured the fort. All right, in the year 1301. Underline this. Allauddin captured the fort himself. Okay, and underline this also. He had sent two people, Ulugh Khan and Nusrat Khan, to attack. He sent Nusrat Khan to attack. That's it, to attack. Okay, and then just underline Nusrat was killed. All right. So he himself went and captured the fort. This was the next target which was achieved. Now let's see what was the next target. Okay, what was his next target? How to expand his entire territory? What did he do? Allauddin was successful in capturing the fort of Chittor in Mewar, which he renamed as Khizrabad after his son. In the year 1301, Allauddin sent his general to attack Malwa. He defeated the ruler and captured the fort of Mandu. Later, he captured Ujjain, Dar, and Chanderi in Malwa. Savana, Jalor, Bundi, Mandor, and Tonk was some of the other places he captured. So can you see how he went on expanding his territories? What was his next target? To capture the fort of Chittor.
In Mewar.
Underline this first. We will go one by one. Capturing the fort of Chittor in Mewar. Only that much. Okay, next. After that, he attacked Malwa. Underline this. He sent his general to attack Malwa. Second line. Yes. I am on the second line. Attack Malwa.
Attack Malwa, Tashif. That one. Yes.
Yes. Next. After that, he defeated the ruler and captured the fort. Underline this. Captured the fort of Mandu. All right. And after this, whatever names are given, underline all those names. Okay. Ujjain, Dar, Chanderi, Sivan, Jalore, Bundi, all these were the places which he went on capturing and expanding his territories. Okay. So this is how he expanded his territories. Have you understood till your children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us first revise so that I am comfortable. I am satisfied that you all have actually understood. First, what was the first attack? Like where was Allauddin Khilji attracted to?
Gujarat.
Was
Land of
attracted by
Gujarat.
wealth
Okay.
in
Then what
Gujarat
did he
and
do
therefore
for?
sent,
He attacked
sent an
Somnath temple for the
expedition
wealth of
in
Gujarat.
1297.
Second, one by one. Second, after that, what did he do?
He
He
conquered
plundered
Jaisalmer.
Very good. After Jaisalmer, where did he
The
attack?
next fall was
another expedition to
Multan.
Multan.
Okay. Next, after Multan, what did he capture?
the next
Ranthambore.
fall was Radhaspur.
Okay. Now, for the fort of Ranthambore, he had sent two people. Who are those two people?
Ulugh
Khan
Khan
and
and
Nusrat Khan
Khan.
to attack.
Okay. And in the process of conquering the fort,
Nusrat Khan was
Nusrat
Khan died.
and then he himself captured the fort. Okay. After capturing the fort, what was his next target?
Fort of Chittor.
Yes,
captured
fort
the
of
fort
Chittor.
of
Okay. And
Chittor.
then what? After fort of Chittor, he attacked what? Malwa.
Malwa.
Then
He
after that,
Captured the fort of Mandu.
okay, and then there's a list which
Ujjain,
goes
Dar,
on
and
Chanderi in
Malwa,
Malwa,
Srinagar,
Jalore,
Indore, Bandi,
Mandor and Tong.
and Tonk.
Okay, that means you all have understood, right? All right, let's go on further. South. Allauddin sent Malik Kafur to the south. He attacked Ramchandra Yadav, the ruler of Devagiri, in the year 1307. Due to the delay in sending the annual tribute, he defeated the Hole Salas and Varas Mudra. Okay, the names are so difficult. Varas Mudra, Kartikyas of Wrangle, and Pandyas of Mysore. He also reached as far south as Madurai and Rameshwaram, where he drained their wealth. Thus, he was the first ruler from North India to extend his kingdom to the south of river Narmada. You remember this name Ramchandra Yadav, who was the ruler?
Yes,
It was
ma'am.
mentioned even in the paragraph of Jalaluddin Khilji.
Yeah, Jalaluddin
You remember
Khilji.
this name?
Jalaluddin.
Yes.
Okay. So these basically you all do not have to remember each of these names, but yes, it is good to know that in the south, how did he expanded his territories? What did he do to expand his territories in the south? So first, he attacked Ramchandra Yadav. The last line, Kashif. So in the south, first thing what he did was he attacked Ramchandra Yadav. Why did he attack Ramchandra Yadav, who was a ruler? Because this particular ruler failed to give his or to send his the annual tribute, right? So that's the reason he defeated him. The next after that he defeated Hole Salas, Kartikyas, and Pandyas.
Ma'am, those are Kakatiyas.
Yeah, Kakatiyas and Pandyas. Then after that, he reached Madurai, and over there he reached Madurai as well as Rameshwaram, and from there he drained all the wealth from the south. What is more important in this entire paragraph, which you have to remember, is he was only the first Indian ruler, okay, who came from the north, and he was able to extend his territories till the south of river Narmada.
South of
Okay.
Narmada.
This is very important. Okay. Next, Allauddin realized the folly and challenges of controlling these territories from Delhi in the north. The idea was to amass wealth rather than annex the territory. He used the money and wealth that he amassed to keep a huge army. Hence, he made these rulers his feudatories, and they kept sending him annual tributes. Now, as we know, he was a ruler who was in Delhi. Okay. Now, and he expanded his territories. He even captured till the south. But how is he going to rule over there? How is he going to keep an eye on the administrative system of the people of the territories in the south? So for that, what did he do? He made sure, okay, that he appointed certain territories, and he made sure that from all the territories which he had conquered, he would receive a huge annual tributes, and that he used to get it. Okay, now we come across two new words. Rather than annex territories, let's see what's the meaning of the word annex. Annex means to add the territory. That means to once own by conquering it. Okay, so as we all know, he had his own territory, but he kept on adding different territories to his own territories, right? That is called annex. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Then we come across another word, that is feudatories. Rulers or kings who owed, I can't see this 1 minute. Rulers or kings
Elegance.
who owed allegiance to another king or ruler. Okay, so now basically, you know, as he expanded his territories, definitely whoever rulers or kings were there in those territories, they are now answerable to whom? To him, because he had captured those territories. Okay, so that's the reason they are called as feudatories. Okay, please make a note of it. All right, and now the territories which he conquered and which he added into his own territories, whichever king or whichever ruler was there, they had to send all their annual territories to whom? To whom, children?
Allauddin Khilji.
Okay, have you understood this paragraph?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
What did he do? How, after, you know, conquering, expanding his territories even till the south, how did he manage those territories? What did he do to manage those territories?
He made their rulers his
He
feudatories.
made these
He
rulers
made
his
these
feudatories.
rulers, okay, his feudatories. That means the ones who would work for him, and these feudatories were responsible for sending him the
Sending him
money.
annual tribute.
Annual tribute.
Yes, annually. Annual tribute means sending him money annually. Okay, got it, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now the Mongols invaded 5 times during the reign of Allauddin. Just imagine, one attack from the Mongols was not tolerable, but during his period of rule, how many times did the Mongols attack?
5.
times. But Allauddin was very, very firm. He succeeded in
All of the 5.
Defeating all of the 5.
Yes, he succeeded in defeating
Five.
all of the 5 attacks of these Mongols. All right.